Oh, there we go.
Again. What happened?
Strung out, paranoid in a fast car, thinking today you're gonna take it too far, but you can't hold back from the buzzing that you feel. Hands start sweating as you grip in the wheel. Get inside and slip from the troubles today. A song said escape to a better way. Or if someone's waiting to bring you down, just speed towards what's coming round. Closing in, it's getting harder. Go faster, so we're getting closer. There's no turning back, it's like washing your mind. The choice is made, it's only time. The sequence builds up to this event. You make it all or lose it.
And Joe the Shirt is off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And it's not just your everyday average Joe the Shirt. No. We have a guest. That is my lovely lady, M. Hey, M.
Hello. It's the pre-hump day show.
It's the pre-hump day show, right?
'Cause I will not be here tomorrow for this.
No. But I'm glad you're here today because this is among one of my favorite topics of the entire year. That being, of course, Gay Pride this weekend.
Correct. It's this Sunday.
That's
as
right.
A matter of fact.
You know it's going to go on the entire weekend. I mean,
Well, yeah, they start, but the actual parade
right.
is on Sunday.
If you've never been to Los Angeles, never been to West Hollywood for Gay Pride,
And if you're not homophobic, it's
You-
helpful.
you owe it to yourself to go check this out.
Oh,
I
people
think.
camp out with lawn chairs and coolers and their kids and dogs.
Oh,
it's insanity.
The drinking, the drugs, the public displays of nudity.
Yes.
It is insane. I mean, you know what?
It's a lot of fun, though.
Yes, buttless chaps are like the tamest thing you're going to see
It's true.
during Gay Pride.
It's kind of almost a mini version of what goes on at Halloween here.
Yeah. That was
It's a lot more subdued. It's during the day. It goes by a lot faster. It is, in fact, a parade with a very specific route, so you don't have the crush of people. You're on the sidelines watching a parade with the floats and the whole thing. But in terms of how they dress, it might as well be Halloween.
It really might as well be because these guys. I mean, we go out every year, and
Just about.
we enjoy the parade. We bring the dog with us, and we collect all the free T-shirts.
Whatever
and
they're throwing at
the
us.
headbands, the wristbands, the
beads.
the fans.
Sometimes even caps.
Caps, lots of condoms. Lots of
Everybody-
lube.
Yes.
Lubes and condom are like the number one swag that people just give out. Or you you don't have to even move. Just stand in one position, and some guy in buttless chaps will give you stuff.
Yes.
As they walk by.
Although
you.
they give you more stuff.
Well, that's because I am a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. I know it's supposed to be Gay Pride, and gay is supposed to be,
Well,
including the lesbian
Well,
population
remember,
as well.
They're calling it it's the gay, transgender, bisexual,
And lesbian,
It's-
yeah.
It
Oh my god!
used to be Gay Pride. It's
No,
a lot
no.
more complicated than that.
No.
It's more than a mouthful.
I don't give a fuck what they say. It's Gay Pride, okay? You got a bunch of dudes wearing Daisy Duke shorts, and
There are women.
there are women. Yes, there
But
are.
it is mostly men.
Right? Yeah. The really big burly chicks on the motorcycles are always a fan favorite. Yeah, those are always a gang of fun.
Yes.
And there's just so many different types of gays.
Right, but bottom line, truthfully, and you've got to see it at least once to believe it.
Oh yeah, and some of the floats
Oh, the floats are great.
are
The music is insane.
oh it's literally a gay dance club going down the street.
It's a moving club. Yes.
Yeah, it really is. And let's not forget the Jello shots that people serve on the streets.
Usually at
Basics will say.
Yeah, they do the shot. Yeah.
It's like $1 Jello shots. Hey, you want a Jello shot? Fuck yeah!
Get yourself really loaded.
Oh my god. And like I said, there's just so many different types of gays. I mean, it used to be back when I was growing up, and probably when you were growing up, when you heard about the term gays, you had a certain image in mind.
Yeah, I didn't get that until I moved to LA, but yes.
Right. But, I always grew up...
Growing up, I didn't have an image in mind.
Right. Well, gays weren't allowed where you grew up.
No, and then not so much in Cleveland either.
No. That's right. For those of you who don't know, M here was born in Russia, where at the time, it was officially illegal to be gay.
You could be put in prison for it.
Officially illegal to have a religion.
Yeah, there's that.
And definitely illegal to say anything negative about the government, even as a joke. You have personal experience with that one.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get into that some other time. But
we digress.
Yes, we're talking about the gays. And I love the gays. Very few straight men love gay men as much as I do. If I had tits, I'd be a fag hag. I totally would be.
Yeah, okay.
No,
one of your best friends is.
That's right. One of my best friends in the whole world is gay, and I'm very comfortable with it. I enjoy it. I enjoy hanging out with him when I can, and we've been to gay bars together. Lord knows you've seen me dancing in gay clubs.
Yeah, well, I've been to my share, so.
That's right. But you're always welcome in gay bars, though, because you can dance. One, unlike myself.
That does help, and then I'm not competition for them.
Exactly. Though I loved it though when I went to that gay bar with Monty, and Monty was like, "Hey, where'd you go?" I'm like, "I went to the bathroom." And he's like, "By yourself?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't think we were going to start blowing each other there," which apparently does happen.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And
but there was a point you were trying to make.
Yeah. Well, I forget. Like I said, I just do love gay pride so much because it is so much fun.
Yes.
And as I've always said, it's like the oldest joke I have is the more good-looking, muscular guys with high-paying jobs that take care of themselves and are gay, well, the better for guys like me.
Usually, yeah.
It's like, hey, look, he is gorgeous. He is beautiful. He wants nothing to do with you, honey.
Yes.
Me, I'm short, I'm fat, I'm bald, but I like pussy.
Yeah. With me, the biggest thing, for the most part, depending on what which facet of gayness they fall into, they have serious tit envy.
Oh, yeah.
They have serious boob envy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's insane.
They are more than happy to ask you if they can feel you up.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't even bother. They just reach out and grab.
If they know that the woman is gay, they could care less.
Right.
But if they know it's a straight woman with a nice rack,
then they want to touch those tits.
It's like, but hers are really nice too. No, don't care.
No, what was it? What was it?
I love that.
Over a place I used to work at, a friend of mine, Jessica, very pretty lesbian girl, had a great set of tits that were natural, but she worked out so much they popped out, so they looked fake.
Right, because her pecs were that
right.
good, yes.
So all the gay dudes and even the straight girls at the job would walk up to her and he's like, "Can I grab your tits?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, sure. They're real." They're like, "Yeah." And they'll just grab her tits and shit. And I was like, "Is this open to everybody? Can we all do this, or do I have
to get a number?
Do I have to be gay to do this?" And apparently, yes. If you were a man, you had to be gay to feel up Jessica's tits.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet girl, though. I honestly, I'm not one of those people though that thinks that. I think it'd be easier for me if I were gay. I don't think so. I mean, there have been days where I thought to myself, if I could just suck a dick, I'd probably be happier. But not true.
What made you think that?
Well, I've always said that gay men act the way straight men would if women weren't so hung up about sex.
Okay, but that's not our fault.
Well,
it's your problem.
It's our problem, But actually, it is kind of your fault. If women were just a lot sluttier, then straight guys would act just like gay guys.
If women did not have an issue with being perceived as sluts,
yes,
chances are we'd be stripping like rabbits just like you guys.
Yeah.
The problem is we are perceived like sluts. And for those of us who want to maintain some modicum of decorum,
some people think that's offensive.
And in today's society, just about everywhere in the world, yeah, it still is. So yes, promiscuity.
Right.
Not fly.
I've known lots and lots of gay guys, and a lot of friends of mine have been gay, and I've always found interesting just how different they all really are.
Yes.
Because there is no similarity in my head between, say, Monty and Joshua.
No.
Or how about Joshua and Russell?
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's night and day. But you know what? That holds true for straight men, straight women.
Right, but that's what I was talking about. I mean, it used to be the perception of gay was,
The man was
more like Joshua. Very,
very
gay,
feminine,
fruity.
very queeny.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Effeminate, weak, somebody you could just push around, whatever. And that is just not the truth anymore.
No.
You know,
it hasn't been for a while.
I don't know if it ever really was.
I don't think so.
But I think that was the perception that we adopted, that we were comfortable with. Because if you're a man and you like having sex with men, obviously you're a weaker form of man, which
is bullshit.
Which is complete and utter bullshit. Now, so you guys out there, come on down, check out Gay Pride. Bring your dog, bring your kids, bring your girlfriend along. Wear extra tight shorts, and I recommend a tank top midriff. I don't care what you look like, okay? Because you will, no matter what you wear, you will not outdo what these guys are going to be wearing.
Very true.
I mean, it's just. I've posted pictures on my Facebook site, Joe the Shirts Off the Cuff site. Remember where I did the gay rugby player?
Yes.
That looks completely butch compared to what you're going to see.
Butch and rather too clad.
Yeah, yeah.
Way too much. Out.
I mean, you can see half my ass hanging out the bottom of my shorts, and that's still.
Yeah, you're overdressed.
Way too straight. Way too dressed up. Yeah, it's. No, I mean, check it out. I mean, for the music, the condoms, you will see nudity out there.
Oh, partial.
And you will be pretty shocked, I think.
If you've never seen it,
yeah,
and you're even remotely prudish, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah.
It's worth, and there'll also be celebrities a lot of the time.
Yeah, I can't name a single one right now. Actually, we have the program for what the lineup is supposed to be. I believe if you go to weho.gov or weho.org, the official West Hollywood website, it'll give you the exact route, the exact time, who may or may not be showing up.
There you go.
What vendors will be available. I'm not 100% sure of the site.
I'm certainly hoping George Takei will be there again.
Yeah. When was I forget?
He's been there a couple of times. He doesn't make it every year though.
Right.
He doesn't make it, but for those of you unfamiliar with this, George Takei, the guy that played the original Sulu on Star Trek, is in fact
gay,
a homosexual. Ooh. So got to get over that. And by the way, the guy that currently plays Mr. Spock in the movies,
Zachary
Quinto? Zachary Quinto,
Quinto,
yes. Also gay. So, they're all over the place. So many people in history that you think you think you have an idea of who they are and what they are. Gay, 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 gay.
All right.
Okay, now before we move on, let's do some celebrity birthdays for yesterday. Yesterday was June 3rd, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Anyone good?
Some here. Cy Robertson is 64.
Who's that?
See, that's what I would have said exactly. Apparently, he's on the TV show Duck Dynasty, which is through the roof popular for whatever goddamn fucking reason.
Is it a reality type?
I think it is, yeah. Okay. Anderson Cooper is 45.
Okay.
He shares birthday with Tony Curtis.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
There's a name I know.
Mm-hmm. Hall shares a birthday with Kerry King. He's 48 from the band Slayer. And the phone is ringing because I forgot to turn it off. James Purefoy is 48. We know him from Following.
Right.
And Jefferson Davis also has a birthday on June 3rd. And on that note, we are going to take a break so we can turn off the fucking phone. Anyway.
We'll be back.
Music to You is brought to you by Amiga Man. You heard their first song, Fast Car. This is their next song. It's called Wake Up by Amiga Man. I'm Joe the Shirt.
I think everybody's awake now.
And I'm off the cuff. We'll be right back.
Joy away in wearing a frown.
And once again, Joe the Shirt is off the cuff. Joining me today is my girlfriend, Em. We've been talking a little bit about gay pride. We're going to get away from gay pride for right now because I'm going to be doing a lot of gay pride leading up to this Sunday.
Right, and then post-pride.
Post-pride, where I see if I can go out and take pictures of all the used condoms all over the streets of our neighborhood here. Okay. Now, before we get into our next topic, we're going to do... today's what, June 4th?
Yes.
Today we're going to do today's celebrity birthdays.
You got them already?
I got them already. I got a bunch of them together. You'll remember this one. Scott Wolf is 43.
I should remember it, but I've put in such a long work day, my brain is kind of...
He did very sensitive TV. Horatio Sands is 43. He's from SNL. El DeBarge is 51.
Okay.
Yeah, there you know that one.
Yeah.
This one you'll definitely know. 41 years old. Noah Wiley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like him.
Russell Brand is 37, British comedian.
Okay.
Okay. Angelina Jolie is 37 years old.
Bitch.
And
Moving on.
And the one and only Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
How old is she?
84 years old.
Good for her.
Oh, no, right?
I love that woman.
I remember, what was it? Robin Williams did a joke about her. It's like, how can you trust a woman to give you advice about oral sex when you know she doesn't eat pork?
Sexually speaking, Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
Oh, I loved her. Still do. I don't think she has a radio show on anymore.
Probably not. But she was like all over the place for the longest time.
I mean, TV, movies, radio. I mean, and people were calling in and asking her advice on sex, and I was just like...
And some stuff she came up with, I can't remember a single thing, but I remember back... The recollection I have is that some stuff she came up with was incredible.
Well,
and very, very frank.
Yes. And what I really loved is that, she really just laid it out for you. She would just tell you, if it feels good to you, do it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very, very frank.
Right. Now, one of the things that we were talking about, this is yesterday, was this list.
Actually, I think it was this morning.
Was this morning?
No.
Oh,
It was yesterday. Yesterday when I came off of it, yes.
This was yesterday. It was this list by the Writers Guild of America.
They should go fry eyes.
Who they came up with what they think are the top 101 TV shows of all time.
Well, actually, they interestingly enough, they call them best shows, as selected by an online poll of the WGA.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And we disagreed with a lot of these.
Well, there's a bunch of things going on here.
Okay.
Just like I mentioned, the AFI came out with their top 100s. And I've said this now at least a half a dozen times since we started talking about this list. They are lumped together so badly. How can you possibly distinguish or say this is the number one of anything? What they did with this list, which is what AFI did, well, here it's even worse. They lumped in variety shows.
Yep.
They lumped in miniseries.
Yep.
They have comedy, drama, family, police, all the genres that are typically very, very segregated come awards time.
Very different, yeah.
Including the Guild Awards.
Yeah.
Their own freaking awards.
No, I've always loved that, how an award show can get an award for putting on the best award show.
Oh, yes. The Oscars are always on. But, and the categories are getting more and more split out over the years. Because there's anime, there's CGI, there's all kinds of stuff happening. I'm sorry, how do you put... I'm trying to come up with a really good example. I don't know, Oz with I Love Lucy. I'm trying to find as big of an opposite as possible.
I think those can work together. Obviously not the same genre, but it is serial TV.
Right.
It was a storyline, and they followed it. There were characters that came in. See, I didn't like that they were using like the David Letterman show.
Yes.
I'm like,
or SNL is in here, isn't it?
Yeah. SNL is in there, and a couple of other sketch comedy. And not that there weren't great shows, but I wouldn't put them in.
Where I will disagree with you, though, even though it is serial, I don't think South Park and The Simpsons belong in this list. I'm not saying they're not great.
Because they're cartoons?
Because they are animated.
Right.
Granted, they are definitely geared toward a more adult audience, for sure. But I know, I'm sorry, it's apples and oranges and the entire orchard of every other possible fruit that's out there.
Right. Let's go through. We're not going to go through all of them because that's way too many here.
Well, let's see which ones we completely. Well, you whited out which ones we eliminated.
Yeah. Well, I whited out the
miniseries, like Roots, which was great.
Which is great.
I, Claudius, incredible.
Right, but those aren't TV shows.
No,
those were made for TV movies.
They were. Yeah.
That's what I wouldn't throw in. What's it? The Hollywood Squares either. I mean, like,
but they got Laugh-In.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay, let's see. Okay, at 101, we'll just pick here and there. They have the TV show Oz, which you'd never seen.
No, but I know enough about it.
Such a brutal show. I mean, that's where we first started watching cable TV and got introduced to.
Oh, wasn't it an HBO original?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that's where we got introduced to cock. I mean, if you watch Spartacus, you see plenty of dick. Same thing with the Borgias.
Right, but this is years ago.
Yeah, this is over 10 years ago now, and it was so violent and so ugly. And what I thought was really funny about Oz was talking to my brother-in-law Shane, and he says Oz is bullshit. And I was like, he says it's nowhere near that bad. It's like people are not getting raped like they do in Oz, and like
because he's been to prison.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's been to prison. Okay. Yes, he has.
But I guess it depends on the crime.
And also, and also, who else said that? Craig did. He's done time, and he says it happens, but not on the level that Oz made it look like it happened like every afternoon.
Makes for better TV.
I mean, I remember I would talk to my friends. I can't wait to see who takes it in the ass this week.
Yeah, it just.
But it was a really great show, but really, really brutal. The ex-wife would watch it with me, but it was like watching a horror movie with a little kid. She'd be like covering her eyes half the time. Okay. All right. Now, is there a show here that you just completely disagree with?
That I don't.
All right. Discount any variety shows, sketch shows. I mean, a serial that's on here
that I don't think should be here at all.
Yes.
Well, there's a few that I don't know anything about, so I can't really make a.
Well, is there any show here that you really just don't like?
Just don't like. Well, I told you I never got into the X-Files.
Right.
It was very, very, from everything I've been told and all the stuff I've read, it was very unique for its time.
I had a friend of mine, Mark Relier. He wrote a couple of scripts for that show.
Right.
He didn't sell them. He wrote it. He submitted it. They kept rejecting him time and time again.
Right.
But he loved the show so much. He kept writing the scripts and kept submitting them, hoping that someday, he would be part of that show. And I watched it, but I could take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, and I told you that I personally don't like House because I don't happen to be a Hugh Laurie fan.
No, he's tough to like.
Yeah. But that's personal preference.
Now, moving on here. Okay, let's do their top 10 real quick here. I'm just going to rattle them off, and then we can talk about them a little bit. Okay, at number 10.
Go ahead.
At number 10, we got The West Wing, followed by The Wire, Cheers, Mad Men, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Number 5, MASH, All in the Family, The Twilight Zone, Seinfeld, and their number 1 show, according to the WGA, The Sopranos.
Bullshit.
Okay,
I'm going to call bullshit. And I loved The Sopranos.
So did I.
I could not get enough. We did Sopranos marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Love The Sopranos, but the number 1 show
out of 101?
Out of all the ones around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it shouldn't have been on the 101 list here, but as the number 1 best show ever?
No.
I can't. You know what? I don't think Seinfeld should be at number 2. You know what? I would take Cheers and put it where Seinfeld is. Cheers right here is number 8. I would put it at number 2 where Seinfeld is.
Where's Taxi 19?
There you go. See that?
And by the way, and I said this before, what the hell is Three's Company?
Well, here I have it down on number 17. I wrote it in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, if you're going to do that. And for that matter, if you're going to put in family-style shows, and a lot of these, I think, made it because for the time they were so novel or groundbreaking. Like All in the Family broke all sorts of rules.
Okay, well...
So did Soap.
Right. Okay, following that, John, that way of thinking, where's the Jeffersons?
And where's the Brady Bunch?
Where's Good Times?
There's so much that's not here.
Yeah.
And so much crap that is.
Right, so much stuff that did make, and a lot of it is very, very modern stuff. Like they have Mad Men, which I understand, according to you and lots of other people, is a great show. I've tried watching it a couple of times.
I don't think it belongs at number 7.
Yeah, I get bored to tears watching it.
I don't think it belongs at number 7.
Right, exactly. How is it more? How is that a better show than, say, The West Wing?
I don't think it is at all.
See, there you go. All right.
Unfortunately, The Newsroom was only on for one season because that should be on this list. There's another one I'm looking for, but you'd say your piece.
Oh, Family Ties made the list.
Yeah.
And so did Will and Grace.
Okay.
But
Where's 2.5 Men?
There you go. Where's Gilligan's Island?
I don't know if Gilligan's Island necessarily, but
Hey, it's a personal thing. Everybody loves Raymond made it.
Which is why it's like 2 of the Star Trek series made it.
Right, the original, which
And
is only on for
and Twin Peaks, the
3
whole
seasons.
Laura Palmer. Oh my god!
Oh, Twin Peaks sucked. You know what? I'm going to say that right here, right now. Twin Peaks sucked. It was confusing. It was annoying. I didn't like anybody on the fucking show.
But if you're going to talk about longevity, see, I actually watched 30-something. It wasn't okay. But if you're going to talk about shows that lasted, maybe not necessarily the best ones, because God knows half of these are crap. Dynasty, as cheesy as it was, was incredible. The Colbys sucked. I watched it anyway because it was like a drug. The Love Boat, Fantasy Island,
also not on this list.
Yeah. Was it necessarily great writing? Probably not. But you know what? The Andy Griffith Show was cute at best.
And yet here it is at number 70.
So that's
and Sergeant Bilko is number 86.
Yes, but we don't have Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, very good call on that one.
And what about McHale's Navy?
Another good one. Not
and
on
mind
the
you,
list.
I did not watch any of those. But I know they were Sergeant Bilko.
Right.
Really? Why?
No, well, for those of you listening out there right now, I am. You can look this up yourself, but we're going to take a picture of this list and we're going to post it as they wrote it, and you can take a look at it and tell me whether or not you agree with these. Because Battlestar Galactica made it, which I loved.
Yeah, and so what? Okay, it's Battlestar Galactica. Where's Buck Rogers?
Very good point. Where is Buck Rogers?
Where's Stargate?
There you go. Did Doctor Who?
Yeah, I
make the list.
Yeah, I did. I think
did.
I think you actually. I can't remember. It's 101 titles.
Yeah, exactly. But
I remember you calling it out.
Yeah, but so many of these, and like I said, so many of these are modern shows. I mean, like, Game of Thrones is on there. Obviously, it's on there because it is like one of the number 1 shows around. But where's The Walking Dead?
Yeah, exactly. One of the most popular shows out there.
I mean, it is kicking the living shit out of network TV.
Yeah, it's killing Mad Men.
Yeah.
I think the reason AMC is surviving is because of The Walking Dead right now.
Right, but it didn't make it. Okay, Deadwood made it.
Yes.
But The Walking Dead...
That was only 3 seasons?
The Cosby Show, Lost, ER, Frasier, Lonesome Dove. Who the fuck was watching Lonesome Dove?
Okay, you're going to put in Lonesome Dove? Where's Little House on the Prairie?
Oh, yeah, where is Little House on the Prairie? How about the Waltons?
Yeah, 8 is enough.
There you go.
I do not know what the criteria was, how they condensed this to this list. No. And the longer you and I sit here, the more we're going to come up with it. Here's the other thing that I pointed out. Clearly, it is all a matter of taste.
Yes.
We own hundreds upon hundreds of titles.
Yes.
We stopped buying lately only because we've got access to content all over the place.
Right.
But can you name one single favorite movie or an absolutely favorite TV show?
You know what? We'll discuss that more when we get back from the break.
Sounds
very
perfect.
Good. Thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I know I am. We're getting all hot and bothered here.
We got opinions, baby.
God damn it. And we're and we have music. This is Amiga Man and his song, or her song, whatever it's called, High With Me. I'm Joe the Shirt, I'm Off the Cuff, and that's M. We'll be right back.
High with me, fine with me, ride with me, get high with me. Get high.
back once again to Joe the Shirt's Off the Cuff. And my beautiful girlfriend M is with us as well.
Yes, with lots and lots of opinions.
Lots of opinions. We were just talking about TV shows, but M brought up a very good point. You know, we both love movies.
Yes.
And we are both the kind of people that if you ask us, what's your absolute favorite movie of all time, we're never going to get back to you.
No, I don't have one.
No, if you want to ask me, ask me by genre, you have a better shot.
Right, and even then, I'd probably have to try and come up with top 5.
Right, and then there's going to be subcategories. Of that. I mean, if you're going to ask me, what my favorite monster movie of all time is, I'm going to tell you it's Godzilla.
Right.
But is it my favorite horror movie? Hell no.
No.
It's you can't you have to go by genre, and you have to give some parameters to work with.
As I said, there's so many categories out there now. It's not just horror. There's sci-fi. There's thriller, and sometimes
fantasy
and horror. Yeah, exactly.
Dramedies.
And you know what? The line between fantasy and sci-fi has blurred so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, a perfect example of that, it has to be Avatar.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
It's sci-fi and it's fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got it all in there, and it's a great movie. We enjoyed it a great deal, and they're going to make there's a sequel, I think, coming out as well.
They?
Yeah. Oh, you think? You think what's his face was going to leave money on the table?
Cameron? Yeah. No.
He wasn't leaving money.
Not that he needed money after Titanic, but
yeah. But what's his name again?
James Cameron.
James Cameron. Yeah, he's not going to leave money on the table.
No.
But and the thing is, there are also so many movies. I mean, there are movies that we've forgotten them, we've seen.
Oh yeah.
That we loved, but it was so long ago, and you're not going to watch it again, really.
Well, sometimes.
What was it? I got into an argument not that long ago on the internet with Brendan. The chef Brendan.
Yeah.
Right. He was talking about how he was going to just hang out at home and watch one of the greatest movies ever, Heat. And I was like,
greatest movie ever.
I'm like, he wasn't that good. I mean, you got De Niro, you got Pacino, you got Kilmer. I mean, great actors. And I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie, but it's like
I don't remember what the plot was for the movie.
I think Pacino was a cop, and De Niro was like a bank robber, and Kilmer was his protege.
Oh.
And the two older characters, they get to know each other and form like a weird type of friendship. But even though he's going to let him know, I'm still going to catch you, and I'm still going to try to get away. And not that it wasn't good, but I'm just like, how it's not one of the best movies ever. I even told him, look, Casino was way better.
Well, but that's a different genre. So
right.
Casino, you're talking about the mob. You're going to start talking about the mob or the mafia in general. Casino, for me, actually starts going more and more toward the bottom, because after Once Upon a Time in America and The Godfather, yeah, Casino was good.
Miller's Crossing.
But yeah, The Godfather for me still rules. My brother's favorite was Once Upon a Time in America.
There you go.
Which is slightly different setting. It's set in America as opposed to more starting in Italy. But Heat
is one of the greatest greatest movies ever. I was like, okay, one, you're wrong. Oh, by the way, he also said that that movie Anchorman was genius. Anchorman was genius.
You know what? You and I both agree that sometimes we watch stuff, including TV shows, whether it's miniseries or comedy or drama. We watch it for very specific reasons. Sometimes you just want brain candy.
Yes.
If you want something slapsticky, totally silly, that's one thing.
Absolutely.
Not everything needs to be a cinematic masterpiece.
Absolutely
with a message. Transformers, great movie, got panned.
Oh yeah.
Idiots.
Oh yeah.
I did not go to see that one for some deep, life-changing moral message.
Right. What did I keep telling everybody? Gigantic robots hitting each other. What is the problem here?
And the effects were awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares about the plot?
Yeah. No. Some of my favorite movies of all time, the Abbott and Costello series. I got 55 of them. Okay, I love those movies. I put them on every once in a while and just giggle my silly ass off.
Yeah.
I don't like the Three Stooges.
I could never tolerate them.
Okay, so there you go. Look at it. Though to a lot of people, those are supposedly very similar genres. But for me, never did it for me.
Well, I think Abbott and Costello, based on what I saw, had a little bit more wry humor in it, whereas
There was writing in there.
Yeah, Three Stooges was 99% slapstick.
I preferred was it the Marx Brothers to the Three Stooges.
Yeah, but again, it's a matter of how do you narrow of all the stuff that has been produced, made, and released out there in how many years now?
Right.
How do you narrow it down to 101 and these guys make the list, and then some of the other great ones?
Right.
How do these rate and the others don't? Yeah. Anyway, we can this conversation can continue into the.
We're talking about movies right now.
And you know what? If Buffy the Vampire Slayer made it, and I loved it.
That's right. Buffy the Vampire Slayer did make the list.
Right. Why did Angel not make it? Because it was a spin-off.
Right.
And for my money, it was just as good, if not
a better show.
at time.
Yeah. Did Bones make the list?
No.
See, there you go. I like Bones way better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm not sure if CSI made it.
Yeah. Let's see. Now, even within a genre, it's hard to. I mean, think of it this way. We're going to pare it down to a genre. Name me your favorite sci-fi movie.
Good luck.
Yeah, really, between Star Trek and Aliens and Star Wars.
I can give you one of my favorites, and that's Stargate.
There you go.
But that's one of my favorites. Even, like I said, even with the genre, I would have to try and narrow it down to the top 5. You know what it also depends on? My fucking mood.
Yeah.
Today, I want to watch one of the Star Wars. Tomorrow, I want to OD on all Star Trek. And while there's lots of space stuff going on, they're very different.
Right.
But Stargate is one of my favorites.
Was it we recently acquired the first 4 Batman movies.
Yes.
And we're not talking about Christian Bale here. Okay, we're talking about Michael Keaton, we're talking about Val Kilmer and George Clooney. Not cinematic masterpieces.
No.
But they are fun, goofy shit to watch. You watch them because they're pure popcorn movie. It's easy. We all know what's going to happen at the end.
It's brain candy.
You know, but was The Dark Knight a great movie compared to those? Absolutely. With Heath Ledger as the Joker. Without a doubt, in my opinion, the best Batman movie ever made. But I can't compare it to the others.
You can't.
To the first 4, because they were still working on a very comic book way of thinking, where this one got nitty and gritty.
Yeah, it's very. It got a lot darker.
Exactly.
Even though the one with I think it's the second one, the one with the penguin. I think it was Tim Burton who directed it.
Right.
He made it darker. No.
Right. Yeah. He was.
It was still a lot closer to the original TV series.
Right. Yeah. Well, there it was dark because he was kidnapping children and he was biting people in the face, and that was really made it kind of creepy. But then at the end, he was attaching rockets to penguins. Yeah. So it's like, okay, you lost your credibility right there. As soon as you strap the missile to the penguin, you lost me.
We love TV. We love movies. Mm-hmm. We go see movies in the theater less and less because it's just not worth it anymore. And we pay enough for cable. And
at $12 for a matinee.
And I get discount tickets, and it doesn't matter. So unless it's something really, really splashy,
right? And we're not into 3D,
right? But we do watch a lot of TV,
yes,
which includes movies,
yes. And we are the type of people that will just be flipping through channels, and there's a movie that we haven't seen in forever. And I'll tell you right now, if I turn on the TV right now and Tombstone somewhere in the middle, I'm going to sit and watch Tombstone,
even though we own the movie.
Exactly.
No, there is something, and on this one I agree with you. We own, like I said, a ton of movies.
We forget how much stuff we own.
There is nothing like flipping through channels and coming across something that is one of your faves and going, okay, I'm watching this now.
Yeah, exactly.
The Ref, Bad Santa for you.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't change this. You would stop right there.
Yeah, all things stop.
And for me, depending on the mood, I know it's totally chick flick. I love Steel Magnolias. If it's on,
there you go.
Notting Hill, Pretty Woman. If that shit comes on, that's it. I'm done.
And here's the other part, another part here that I think a lot of people have to understand. When it comes to the best this or the best that, sometimes you watch it just because you know how incredibly crappy it is.
Machete
2.
Actually, one of my colleagues,
Hobo with a shotgun.
One of my rather conservative colleagues at work watched Machete. Said I absolutely loved it. He said absolutely great, total cheese.
Oh yeah,
over the top. He was great.
Hey, I love white chicks.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
Yeah, White Chicks is a god-awful movie. Acting is horrible. The makeup job is not convincing on any... We're two
By
gigantic
design.
black guys making believe they're like Paris Hilton. No, nobody believes it. Nobody accepts that. But I watched that movie, I'd say at least half a dozen times now, easy.
Yeah, but it's brain candy.
Yeah. But, it's like they should have a category, best crappy movie. Best crappy horror movie. Hell, people still watch Leprechaun, for God's sake.
Yeah. See, I'd rather watch
Jennifer Aniston was in that, by
I'd
the way.
rather watch Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Love Beetlejuice. I got pissed off they didn't make a Beetlejuice 2.
Anyway, we digress into movies from TV shows, but you know what? We watch The Borgias didn't make it. Spartacus didn't make it.
No.
Rome, which was only on for a
Awesome.
blink, was
Right.
great. So if
Yep.
you're going to bring in Oz, if you're going to bring in gritty HBO stuff,
Right.
or pay TV cable stuff,
Hey, they didn't throw in Grimm, did they?
no, there's
Love
no,
Grimm.
There's no Grimm. There's no Blue Blood. There's no a lot.
No, I think one of the reasons they make these lists is so that people can have arguments just like the one we're having.
Yeah, because I don't think CSI made it either.
I think CSI did make it on that
I
list.
thought it was NYPD and Law and
I know
Order.
LA Law made it,
Yeah.
which is a
An
good show.
oldie but a goodie, but yeah. But what about all the other stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, there's.
Well, you know what I thought was
What
really-
did you add? Did you add anything?
I put in Three's Company and the Gilligan's Island, and I did a bunch of cartoons. They included cartoons, so I included Tom and Jerry, the Hanna-Barbera Adventure Hour,
Okay.
the Transformers, and the Flintstones.
So you did put in the Flintstones.
Yes, I did. Of course I did. But amazingly enough, Married with Children did not make the list, but Modern Family
It
did.
did. Well, what's the one that's also getting a lot of accolades? The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
and-
That didn't make the list. Yeah.
No.
I mean the guy
haven't
that
watched-
stars in that show. I mean, he gets the award like every fucking year.
Yeah. Never saw Modern Family. Never watched Big Bang. But why is that not on here?
Mm-hmm. Or How I Met Your Mother. Also didn't make it, which is a huge show these days. And Neil Patrick Harris
And you know
pretty
what,
much owns TV.
when it comes to writing, and again, since they did bring in cable shows, Weeds was I know you didn't care for it.
Right.
It was a good show.
Yes, it was. I completely agree with
So,
you. It just wasn't, for me.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it. It just wasn't
You don't watch
for me.
Nurse Jackie with me.
No. I hate Nurse Jackie.
Yeah, and yet there are people I talk to. But if you're going to put in shows for good writing, you may not care for it. Mm-hmm. You don't like female protagonists. Mm-hmm. But
Did Mad About You make the list?
I don't. You know what? I don't think it did, which is a sin.
That would be a sin.
I don't think it did.
Because good Lord, fucking Get Smart made it.
Yeah.
Which is a great show.
Yeah, but if you're going to talk about good writing, I'm surprised that both Cheers and Frasier made it. Quite frankly,
Yeah.
that's like.
Fucking Kelsey Grammer, good guy, man.
And Roseanne. You're going to tell me the writing on Roseanne was better than Mad About You?
Apparently so.
And because this is the Writers Guild.
Yeah.
That's why I keep
What
going
they
back.
think.
That's why I keep going back to the writing. This was not the SAG.
No. Definitely not the People's Choice Awards.
No, this is the WGA. Anyway,
That's actually our time.
yay!
It's amazing how 45 minutes just.
Well, when you have
zips
something
on
to really
by.
argue about, it's awesome.
All right.
But this was in yesterday's paper. If we're unable to take a clear picture, I might be able to find it on
Right.
LA Times website.
LA Times website, and,
see if
we'll
can-
post
see
it
if
for
we
you
can
guys.
post it.
Yeah.
Just see, find a friend, find a bunch of friends, have a party. You know what? I bet you can make up a game over this.
I bet you can. All right, that is our time. We got to go to music. We don't have much time left. I'm Joe the Shirt. I've been off the cuff. Off the cuff with me, my
M.
lovely lady M.
This is me signing off.
And this is Killer, once again, by Amiga Man.